Welcome to Skeeter Airsoft. Today I'm going to show you how I got my Classic Army mech box back together. Basically, if you remember from the previous videos, I pretty much beat the snot out of my scar here. But I do take it apart and I clean and grease the silicone grease everything back up. But I'm going to show you the difference today between two different motors that I have to drive my mech box. Now, as you guys already know, I did strip out this gear. So what I did is I went ahead and bought a helical torque up gear set, which is a billet torque up set, gear set, excuse me. It takes a lot more beating punishment than the standard cast aluminum ones that they design. And I also got my spring kit with it, basically, to get everything back together. But anyway, I go through everything usually, and I'll take my mech box apart quite often, and I'll go through and clean things up, grease things back up. But I run 11.1 LiPo battery on here, and what I'm going to show you is the difference between the two motors I have here. I have a Classic Army high torque motor, which could use a better pinion up here than what they have on there. This is actually starting to strip if you look at it real close. The Hummer 1100 motor here actually has an incredible set of gears on here that they spent some time. I mean, I wish Classic Army would do this, or maybe I can do a switch over between the two. But irregardless, the Hummer has a lot of torque for what we're trying to do with this big spring that I run inside of here. For me, I think 120 is what's in here from what Nashville Airsoft says. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you real quick. You're going to hear the rate of fire with the SCAR here with the Hummer 1100 motor, which actually is a very pretty accurate setup here. But if you're into a big rate of fire, this is probably not where you want to go. But anyway, so here you go. There's your Hummer 1100, plenty of torque. We're going to switch over to the Classic Army motor here. Get my negative on my negative here, positive. Seat my gear properly in here, make sure it's seated, and big difference. So, see how the motor also ended up back here too? That's where a MOSFET driver is going to keep that bouncing back up for a full cycle and keep the tension off the spring, because technically speaking, you want that tension off there when the gun's at rest. It'd be like taking one of my real pistols and pulling the slide back and leaving the slide open all the time. You don't want to do that. But anyway, quite a difference in rate of fire between the Hummer 1100 and the Classic Army. In no means does that mean this is a bad motor. This is an incredible set of motor with incredible motor with a set of gears on it that the Classic Army would die for if they had these kind of gears on here, in a fully removable case, so I can get in here, change the brushes. I got an extra spring kit here, obviously, too. They do a real good job putting these together here. But this motor, I'm sure Hummer has a different motor than this, but this one's specifically designed for pushing back a big spring like that. So chances are I'm probably going to switch back and forth between videos between the two. So hope you enjoy that. Classic Army gearbox set, helical torque up set, gear set, excuse me. And I use sleek for my silicone here for my gearbox. And I pretty much tear it apart, clean it all the time. But there you go, the difference between the two motors. Later.